Hey everyone, how's it going? Paul Maynard here with Real Estate Photography Mentorship. Today we are just kind of testing this live streaming, and we are live streaming to several different platforms right now. So today's kind of a test, but it's really I'm going to talk about the same day delivery and the power of that. What I would love is that those of you that do come on, please let me know how the audio is. Please let me know how the video is looking. I'd be really interested to know all of those things since this is brand new. This is something I'm going to be doing on a regular basis, just so I can bring some more value to you, so I can help you, teach you, and bring you into the world of real estate photography, whether you're considering it, brand new at it, or even you're seasoned in it. If you are seasoned in it, maybe we can partner up and we can share some information so we can help more people. I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. I have been in the photography industry since 1986. Started off as a portrait photographer in upstate New York. Was doing photographing people skiing. I was doing portraits, and then that company. Need to close this real quick. Okay, sorry about that. And so. Sorry, guys. I've just got some people helping me out here in the chat as well. So anyway, start off in upstate New York. That company owned Colorado water rafting photography. That's how I got myself to Colorado, and I've been here since 1986. Actually, started photography in 1984. And then I did a whole bunch of different photography for different people, worked for a whole bunch of different people, and then just decided to go out on my own, ran a portrait studio for about 9.5 years. After about 9.5 years, I realized that doing photography out of my home, running a studio out of my home, I never left my home. I was editing all the time at night. I was editing on the weekends. I was taking sessions on the weekends, and it actually turned into a job. And that's not why I got into photography, because I actually love photography and still pinch myself that I get paid with my camera. So I wanted to move into something different. I was kind of getting burnt out from the portrait studio as well. So that's why I moved into real estate photography. I wanted to get myself out of the house. Plus, I am a former realtor as well. I did some real estate for several years when I took a little bit of a break. So I've got some background in the real estate industry as well. So between the photography and the real estate, it kind of blended together really well. Now, in that first year, it was pretty challenging just because mentally I was having a really hard time. My wife and I went through a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of bump in the road, 20 plus years in a relationship. We worked everything out, but that first year was really difficult because mentally I was kind of in the wrong place. So whoever's watching right now, thank you very much. Would love for you to just send a chat to me. Let me know how the audio sounds. Let me know how the video looks. This is our first time streaming out here. I've just set up this whole studio in here. So if you could just drop a chat of, hey, it sounds good, or it's too loud, or whatever, that'd be great. Anyway, so when I started in real estate photography, it started from a really hard, dark place. Mentally, emotionally, wasn't really there. So it was really hard to set up another portion of my business in my photography company. Because like I mentioned, I've been doing photography for over 9.5 years, running my company for that time. So I ended up working as an independent contractor for several different companies, just so I wouldn't have to wear all the hats in the business. Because running a business takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy, all of which I did not have because of where I was mentally. So anyway, working for those 3 different companies, they didn't pay you very much, so you had to hustle. I was doing anywhere from 8 to 10 shoots every single day. They would fill my calendar, and I would just drive all over the place. All over Colorado, just taking shoots wherever I could because I had bills to pay. After about a year, I decided I was much better mentally and emotionally, and I decided to go out on my own. Now, what I was doing was looking at some of my competition, not comparing myself, because the comparison is the beginning of the end of your business when you're starting a business. But I wanted to see what others were doing when they were delivering their images, how they were delivering their images. What was their turnaround time? What was the type of photography that they were doing? Were they doing architectural photography, or were they doing real estate photography? And yes, there is a big difference between the two. Architectural photography is lit a certain way. It's photographed a different way. There's a lot more time that you spend doing architectural photography. There's a lot more time you spend on the editing side of architectural photography as well. Now, yes, you can get paid a lot more money doing architectural photography, but the time that it takes to do that is not something I wanted to do. I wanted to just really do real estate photography, get in, get out, move on, because for me, I like the hustle. I like the running around. I like that. That's what fits for my personality. And that's the thing. You have to decide which direction that you want to go. What is your personality? And, one way is not better than another. You have to figure out what fits for you. Because at the end of the day, it's just you doing this business, right? Do you like, just working on one house? You also got to remember that in architectural photography, it's going to take longer to get clients because it's very well established in architectural photography. And you won't get as many shoots when you're doing architectural photography. You'll get some, but it's going to take you longer to get them, and you won't get as many of them. So that's what I like about real estate photography. It's really is a volume business, and I like that. I like to be able to move around, be in different houses, meet different people throughout the entire day. And so that's why I decided to just start looking at all the other real estate photographers in my area, looking at pricing. Not lowering my prices lower than them because, I didn't want to price myself out of the market. What I found was that, and this all happened by mistake, I was just trying to deliver my images a little bit faster than the competition. All the competition was doing was delivering by 5 p.m. the next day, because they were doing so much volume that they couldn't do it any faster than that. So I just decided, well, if I can deliver them by noon the next day, well, then I'm going to be able to deliver a little bit more value than what my competition is doing. So I would have my laptop in the car. I had a Wi-Fi box in my car. And so what I was finding is that I was editing everything in my car, and I was delivering it right after the shoot. And what started happening is that the clients that I had were like, oh my God, I'm getting this so fast, Paul, this is amazing. And they started to tell people in their office, they started telling people in their teams. And then my business started to grow organically, which was fantastic. So then it took me about a year to get to that point. So now I'm 2 years in. I really decided to pull that trigger and start mentioning to everybody, hey, same day delivery. I'm going to get your images to you on the same day. And then it got down to where I was delivering within 2 hours. Now, and that is something that I do teach in my mentorship program, is how to do same day delivery, not only in the same day, but within 2 hours of the photo shoot. Because look, everybody wants everything yesterday. If you can deliver a highly marketable product, you can do it as fast as humanly possible. You get more value. You're adding more value to your clients. And then what happens is your business just grows organically. And that's what's happened to me. I've done over 4,500 shoots in the last, I guess, coming on 5 years now. 5 years going to be actually March of 2023. But my clients love it. And what I'm doing is I'm just giving my clients what they want. Like, the market is what wants the same day delivery. The market is what is going to drive your business. So if you can keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the market and be ahead of the game, you're going to grow your business organically. So one of the things that I do teach is when I'm doing presentations to realtors, whether it is for a team, and they do those weekly team meetings. Every real estate company usually has a weekly team meeting. They do ongoing education within those offices. And so one of the things you can do is you can call up realtors and say, hey, I'd love to come in and give a presentation. And when you focus on same day delivery, it really perks the ears up of realtors, because they're like, whoa, same day delivery, how are you doing that? And then when you present it in a way like, hey, look, how do you guys want your stuff? When you go shopping, how quickly do you want it? And everybody always says, I want it as fast as possible. So when I'm presenting, saying, hey, you're going to get your images on the same day, not only in the same day, but you're going to get them within 2 hours. And so that is really powerful. I just did a team presentation. It was last Thursday. And on that day, I picked up one shoot on that day we put on the calendar. And then one person called me a couple of days ago and said, hey, I've got a shoot for you. And they want it, she said, they want it yesterday, of course, because that's how it goes. I said, yeah, I got a spot in my calendar because it is a slow time of year. It's December right now. If you're watching this during a different time, a few weeks before Christmas. And I said, yeah, absolutely. I got a spot on my calendar. Let's get you in there. I'll come in, get it done. Went up there, photographed the home. And then I delivered the images, under 2 hours of the photo shoot. And she texted me right away going, oh my God, the images look amazing. My client is super happy. She got everything so quick. And I also, with same day delivery, I offer a done for you social media marketing kit. And the platform that I'm using is HD Photo Hub. So if you're a real estate photographer and you're looking for some kind of back office system to help you run your business, HD Photo Hub, it may cost a little bit more on the front end, but all the back end things that you can offer to your clients to get more business is worth it. So one of the things is a done for you social media marketing kit. There's, I want to say 8, 9, or 10 different social media marketing assets. What happens is the realtor goes in and they create an order through my back office system, HD Photo Hub. And once they put all the description of the property, details about the property, they have their logo, they have their headshot in there. Once I upload the photos into the system, HD Photo Hub in the back end is creating the social media marketing post for me. And then the realtor, all they have to do is they just have to download those assets and share them with their social media. Now, some people charge for that. I don't charge for that because I want to add more value. I want to under promise and over deliver. That's another thing when I'm going and doing a presentation. It's going, look, I'm your partner. I'm not just your photographer. I want to help you build a business. I'm a former realtor. I know how much it costs to market a property because I used to be a realtor. So when I share with them, hey, all your marketing is going to be done within 2 hours of the photo shoot, so you can start marketing that property, that's going to be valuable to them, because when they're doing when they're doing a listing presentation and they can tell that potential seller, hey, look, I'm going to have all your marketing, not only your photography within 2 hours, but all your social media marketing within 2 hours as well. That's going to separate. That realtor is going to separate themselves from the other realtors doing listing presentations when they say, hey, I got a photographer that's offering same day delivery and done, and all our social media marketing can be completed. Now, one other thing that I do, let me show you guys, is these lead generation sign writers. This is something else that I offer too. And I pay for these, and they're just, these plastic things. Through HD Photo Hub, they give me a phone number. And so when I tell the realtor, hey, look, I'm going to help you generate some leads by giving you these sign writers in every house, and I'm not going to charge you for them. When I'm presenting, I basically say, when you do this, a potential buyer pulls out in front of the house. They text the house number to this number. The potential buyer gets the property website that comes through HD Photo Hub. And then the realtor, you, Mr. or Mrs. Realtor, you are going to get the buyer's phone number. So you can call them and say, hey, I see you're sitting in front of the house. How can I help you? Now, what's going to be really beneficial to that realtor is that they could potentially get both sides of the sale because they're the listing agent. But if they can't help them with that house, then they potentially can say, hey, what else are you looking for? What else can I help you with? When I create that lead for that realtor, I am their photographer for life. They're absolutely not going to anybody else. So I'm doing same day delivery within 2 hours. I'm giving them all their done for you social media marketing kit within 2 hours. I'm giving them the lead generation sign writer to help them generate leads. So I am being their partner. I'm not just their photographer. And so by offering these types of value adds without charging them, when I'm doing a presentation, I mean, it's really simple because I'm giving the realtors everything they want to hear. And that's the thing. You want to give them everything that they want to hear. Same day delivery, because everybody wants everything yesterday. It's powerful. It's so powerful. My business has grown organically. Of course, we're in the off season right now, especially right before Christmas. It's really slow, and that's okay. This is when everybody usually does more training, learns about more things, all of that. So again, that is one of the reasons that I came up with, a couple different courses so I could help some people out. Oops, copy all this. So I can help some people learn, more about real estate photography. To activate. Oh, I thought I did all that already. Everything's on. Great.